We're just 3 days out from the first major contest of the 2024 primary season, the very cold, chilly Iowa caucuses. Ingraham Angle will be on the ground in Des Moines on Monday to bring you political analysis. You're not going to see it anywhere else. I think it's my 8th Iowa caucuses that I'm attending. I'm looking forward to it. But our show isn't the only thing, of course, coming to town. The blizzard, you've heard about that. The weather, coldest in caucus history. So how will this change the dynamics for Monday's turnout? Joining me now is Republican presidential candidate and Florida Governor Ron DeSantis. Governor, I know you're making a final pitch. What is your pitch, given, Nikki Haley gaining a little bit of ground on you in Iowa, and obviously Trump still in the lead? What's the pitch in these final hours?
Well, first, Laura, us Floridians usually don't go north in the middle of a blizzard. And, we're here obviously competing. And I've got a lot of folks from my staff in the past that are volunteering to knock on doors and help out. So it's an interesting experience to see all the Floridians. My son was throwing snowballs at me today, and that's not something that he had ever even seen a month and a half ago. So, look, our pitch is simple. Donald Trump's running for his issues. Nikki Haley's running for her donors' issues. I'm running for your issues and your family's issues as somebody that's delivered on 100% of my promises as governor of Florida, and as the only candidate running that has taken on the left and beaten the left on issue after issue. We beat the teachers unions. We beat Fauci. We beat George Soros on crime. We beat the Democrats on election integrity and on illegal immigration. And we beat the left by banning China from buying land in the state of Florida. So we have the ability to produce big results. And I think, you talk about this weather. Our approach to the Iowa was that a caucus is different than a primary or a typical election. And so you have to really build an organization that's going to be able to turn out your commitments on caucus night, which may not be the best environment. And now we did not expect it to be negative 22 when we did it. But I do feel that we're in a situation where our folks are going to show up. We've got every precinct organized, every county organized, and that's going to pay dividends. And it was a lot of hard work. The media was saying that I was wasting my time. They were saying that, why are you going to all 99 counties? And I think this is why we've been able to build a solid following. And look, anyone that says they can take a poll and figure out who's going to turn out on Monday is not being honest. Nobody knows what the turnout's going to be like. I could just tell you that we've put an organization in place where our folks are going to turn out.
Well, Governor, the news just came right before the show tonight that after Iowa, you're going straight to South Carolina. Traditionally, candidates would go to New Hampshire, the next contest. I know you're going back to New Hampshire shortly after, but what kind of message is that sending?
Well, you're right. Thanks for saying it accurately, because some media was saying we weren't doing New Hampshire. No, it's not true. We're going to do an event in Greenville on Tuesday morning, and then we're going to fly to New Hampshire and do a town hall on CNN later that night and do a lot of stuff in New Hampshire. But I think the message is simple, that you look at South Carolina. Nikki Haley was governor there. And I've got like 5 times more endorsements from state legislators, current and former, than she does. And that would be unthinkable for the opposite to happen in a place like Florida. And so she's really out of step, I think, with South Carolina. We're going to show that with the support we have. And people have been focusing on Iowa, but we've been building these organizations in New Hampshire and in South Carolina as well. Didn't get as much fanfare, but that's the case. So, yes, we'll start in South Carolina, do New Hampshire. We have a debate scheduled on Thursday in New Hampshire, WMUR debate. I'm the only one that's accepted that debate. I hope the debate happens, but if not, I'll be there. If they want to do a town hall, I'm game.
Debate the Nikki Haley chair. Now, Governor, Senate Republican leader Mitch McConnell, as I started the show with, is escalating his personal efforts to push this so-called bipartisan border reform deal, tying it up with Ukraine and Israel for some reason. We find out that they're going to be able to greenlight 5,000 migrants a day into the United States, more efficiently settle them. 1.825 million migrants waved into the country, plus all these other foreign workers waved in. Your reaction tonight as Republicans are beginning, I think, to peel away from this?
Well, when I'm president, that'll be dead on arrival. Some of these Republicans are just so out of touch with the voters. Laura, I've gone to all 99 counties in Iowa. It's not a border state. And yet every single town hall I do, I get multiple questions about illegal immigration and about the border. Republicans want people that are here illegally to be deported, which we need to do. They want to end these insane border policies that Biden's doing. Yes, they want a wall. They want to see that done. And they also want to see action against the drug cartels. And I think what you're likely to see out of this deal is the typical Lucy with the football, promising you're going to deal with the border. And then, of course, the football gets pulled away, and it's the same old song and dance. At the end of the day, there are some Republicans, and I would say Nikki Haley's one of them, they want the open borders because the donors want it for the cheap labor. We got to start putting the American people first and stop worrying about, these guys that don't care about our sovereignty. We're going to lose this country if you keep allowing millions and millions of people to come in at this rate. It has to stop.
So, Governor, you tell these Republicans no deal, correct?
Of course not. The only deal would be House Resolution 2 that Chip Roy, who's a supporter of mine, has put forward. It solves all the problems, and it would actually cause the surge to stop. And anything short of that is just not going to do the job. So I would say any Republican in Congress, no half measures, no failure theater. If you can get something that actually solves the problem, fine. But I don't think there's any way in heck that Biden would agree to something that actually solves the problem. This is part of the left's agenda to have open borders. And he's not going to go against his base on this, given his bad political standing.
Well, Governor, I thought that would be the answer, and I'm delighted to hear that. We're going to be in Des Moines on Monday. Will you join us on set?
I got to know where I don't know where I'm going to be. I'm going to speak at a couple caucus locations. So let us get back to you. If I'm in the Des Moines area, I would love to do it.
All right, Governor, thank you so much. We appreciate it.